Hello everybody, this is the Harbinger, this is Wingspan, the Steam edition, and this will be our opening hand. Well, there are some cards to talk about here. We have the Great Crested Flycatcher. It gives us food advantage sometimes. It's limited amount of it, so I don't really know that that's what we want. We have the Blue Throat, which can give us any kind of food in either the grasslands or the wetlands, which means that we can somehow kind of skip going to the forest a little bit, but it is only in special occasions you want to do that. You also want some kind of other way to get food outside the forest to take one of these birds, but if you do that, then it can go really well for you. One of those things could, for example, be with a Black Vulture. These guys are very good to play early in games where there are a lot of players. If there are few players, the opponent is very more likely to play around you having these kind of predator power birds. So it isn't that powerful in the in a 1 versus 1, but it can also be powerful if the opponent has already started to playing those predator birds. So it's kind of you need to read your opponent a little bit for these guys to work. Eurasian Green Woodpecker would maybe count for this bonus round angle. I don't know that it does. Usually it's only counting for the bird icons when they are counted, but they don't count for food cost of bird bites, so I don't think we will be picking this guy. And the Sulfur Crested Cockatoo is a nice way to turn additional points into additional cards into additional points and additional food. Before we take anything here, I want to look here in the bird tray, and hello there, Franklin's Gull. Now this makes us very able to formulate a plan here. So if we have the Blue Throat and the Franklin's Gull in the grasslands, we can get both food, eggs, and cards from the same place, and that's pretty powerful. Now we are gonna give food away to the opponent, so it's not extremely powerful, but it's gonna be powerful nonetheless. Now we are not first, so in a regular game against a human opponent, you would expect the opponent to pick the Franklin's Gull, but we might be lucky. If we're not lucky, I think we will still take some other cards just in case. We could also play the Blue Throat in the wetlands and use extra cards to gain more stuff together with the Sulfur Crested Cockatoo. Cockatoo is a decent bird anyway, gives 6 points for 2 foods, which is pretty decent payout there. Wetland Scientist says that this in wetlands is a bad idea. However, Breeding Manager is usually a really bad card. At least I think that. But if we're going for a large grasslands, or many grasslands activation, maybe that's actually the play here. Let's try that. And this thing, we want the food to play this guy early. We can pick, if we get the Franklin's Gull, we can take a fish with the Blue Throat, or we can even take a nectar, and that's gonna be cool. And we get it! Awesome. Hello there, Franklin's Gull. I will take you home, and we are gonna have a really good time. Okay, so we don't get that free egg. That's a shame. But let's play out this Blue Throat here, and take the egg, take a nectar or a fish here, and then we are going to start to amass some decent cards. Now we are going to be giving food to the opponent as well. That is a drawback of going for birds like this, but we get to do we are giving food to the opponent while we are gaining points, and we're also gaining all the resources, so it's not all that bad. Now opponents are also giving us points by gifting us birds, so we aren't really the only ones doing that here. Okay, take eggs, draw cards. And yeah, we are kind of planning to play the Sulfur Crested Cockatoo as well. We want to turn these cards we don't want to play also into stuff, so it doesn't matter if we pick up bad stuff here. I think I think we don't care too much about the nectar aspect here. I think just taking these yoker fruits are gonna be decent for us. They will help us out with getting to adapt if there comes something else we kind of want to play, like for example this house finch. This goes perfectly together with the rest of our plan here, building up the grasslands, getting points every turn from this guy, getting access to more eggs, having lots of egg spaces. That guy is just going to be really good for us. So glad house finch is on board here. Getting some free eggs. Not the it's not the best to get free eggs when you run on I want to take eggs only kind of playthrough. However, we are also giving free food to the opponent while they are apparently going for I will only activate the forest playthrough, so it's kind of going the both ways here. Let's go look for a little bit more stuff here. Put eggs into the house finch, chuck the welcome swallow, and look for more stuff. You Holland honey eater can give us nectars without giving the opponent nectars. That's actually gonna be really good. It can help us get nectars without the opponent. Also without having us to also give it to the opponent, it also gives us access to 2 nectars every time we activate the grasslands. However, it's 0 points, and it kinda relies on there being nectars in the bird feeder. Probably a card better in the 5-player format than in the 1-player format, since if there's not nectars there, it's just a dead activation, and we want to activate this almost every turn, and I don't want to have dead activations in that engine. So I don't think we are gonna play this guy, even though at first glance he looked okay here. Okay, we are gonna go for the wedge-tailed eagle. No, we're not. We're gonna play the sulfur-crested cockatoo, and then we are gonna tuck something behind it, and then we are gonna get 3 foods. First activation there, and it's gonna help us also get ahead here. So let's take grain for that, as it is the first round here, and then we need to not lose the nectar to the end of round rules there. Kill deer. Are we gonna do that? It opens the possibility of picking up that chaffinch thing that lets you tuck 6. No, tuck up to 5 cards. I like the prospect of maybe that happening. So let's take this guy here, and let's see, eat some eggs. Australian-only nightjar is also going to be great for us. Going to give us additional foods, which means that we don't have to rely on the one food we get a turn from the blue throat here. We are also going to be taking that. It's the killdeer, yes, okay. Sulfur-crested cockatoo. I think we're gonna play the Australian Olet nightjar as well, just to have something in the wetlands that can have a set of eggs here. Put that there. Now there was this barn swallow. It's also tempting to have that here. Gonna let us tuck a lot of cards, has a lot of eggs. No, it does not have that lot of egg space. I was mixing up with the graded. Yeah, okay, let's just go here then. Take 2 nectars and take a 3rd nectar here. And then we are going to be playing... We're gonna be playing the Australian Olet Nightjar. And then I think we are going to follow up that with... Are we gonna follow it up to the killdeer? Are we gonna draw 4 cards here? I think we are. I think we are that crazy. Gonna look through the deck for all of these high scoring birds here that can help us with other stuff. Get these fruits for free. Get these eggs for free. Let's see. at least 4 eggs on them. Yeah, okay. Yeah. No wait, we need to put the eggs in the correct habitats for the rounding goal. Alright, do that, eat from the house to finch, and see here, common kingfisher, I don't know, bullfinch, I don't know, not the cards we are exactly looking for. Region Balbud, no thank you. Let's look for some more cards here. Barn, oh, Australian Magpie. It's a little bit late to accept that guy. Let's play out the Spotted Owl, I think. Let's just get some more bonus cards on the board here, and that's great for knowing what we're supposed to look for in the future. Okay, ethologist or bird counter. I mean, ethologist is looking very prime for 6 points. However, we already have 4 points at bird counter, and I think we are not gonna be in a bad shape to get one more here either. So I think I want to go with bird counter here. There is no incentive for us to be playing brown cards in the forest there. So no, in the wetlands. So I don't think we have a yeah. I think that's going to be the best chance for us to get even more points. Trumpeteer's one is nice. Eurasian Spurhawk is half nice, but yeah, this guy is nice for getting a lot of points here. Let's just go down back here. Wait a minute. I think we're currently eating 2 eggs here. So we're gaining 1 egg, 4 cards, and a food. I think we need to get up to the part where we are getting 4 eggs for this to be halfway decent there. So, what bird are we playing here? We can play the wedge-tailed eagle. We should probably have done that a while ago, so we can get a few triggers out of this guy to see if it actually helps. Let's do that first, before we are trying to pick up the trumpeteer's one. I think we've been a little bit wrong not playing out the entire the entire habitat. Play out that guy. Of course, we could also play out this Australian Magpie. It's this guy will it eats eggs, so if it's 5 eggs here, it eats 5 eggs. So you lose 5 points and you gain 10. So it's basically a net 5. So no, we're not playing that here. So basically 1 activation of this guy, that's lucky, and they are even, and more than 1, and this guy wins out on this guy. This guy is better if you have it further down, so they can also eat from the adjacent birds. But yeah, it's usually it's hard to make this guy really pop off. So now let's go and look for that trumpeteer's one. Thank you. Already 1 lucky, and we're gonna take that guy, and let's also re-roll this thing. Great Horned Owl, awesome card for us to pick up. Do we actually care about activating both of these guys anymore? I don't think we do. There are so few turns left. There's 3 turns this turn, and then this round, and then there's 5 turns next round. I think we're happy playing out this 9-pointer, this 8-pointer, and yeah, spending the other cards for cycles and stuff. Yeah, I think it's a mistake to draw too many other cards. We can still draw while tuck drawing. Yeah. Yeah. Play out this guy so we can fill columns, get nectars into wetlands and stuff. Eat this egg, I guess, since these eggs can't be used to get 4 eggs on a bird. Okay, start pushing eggs to large nest birds. That's a shame that didn't luck. Skip that. Draw some cards here. This is all. Shame we can't use you. Skip that, and this time we will take a rodent. So now we are gaining 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points, maybe 7, and we're getting some foods that we can use to play out these guys. And as long as we are filling out those 4, it's only those 2 birds that can get 4 eggs. That's a shame. That's bad. Put that there. So in 3 turns we get maybe one of these guys. So 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15, 17 points from going here. In 3 turns here we can get 1 point and play out this guy for 7. So that's 7, 8 points over 2 turns. Yeah, I think it's better to just go here, amass eggs, and take it slow and play out all the high-scoring birds rather than to go up here, take foods, and not be able to. So playing out this guy fast isn't really a point. Ooh, hello, Rufus Owl. Okay, that maybe change it a little bit, just maybe. Thank you. And skip that. Yes, tuck you and pick up this. Why did I think this guy might be worth it? It's just 7 points. Same issues as this guy. I guess it makes it into a 2-turn thing, since yeah, now we can play this guy, but we won't be having enough turns to also play out this guy. Playing out this guy is a 7-point action. It's okay. It's a guaranteed 7-point action. Activating here is a 5 or 7-point action. Playing out this guy would be a guaranteed 5-point action. So playing out this guy is the same as going here. So yeah, neither of these are gonna be worth it. Let's just push eggs and GG. We're actually running out of egg space here. We are actually running out of egg space. That means we can maybe afford to eat some eggs. We're gonna lay 8 eggs, so we can eat down to 19. Unless we get a bird we really want to play. And but then we have to draw that bird first. So I think it's okay to eat a few eggs here. Once we reassessed. Now, which kind of birds are we actually consider playing if we draw them? It's like the Bonelli's eagle is one of those. We know the northern goshawk is kind of already buried in the deck, so it can't be that. And we know that the Imperial Western Eagle can't be played since we already filled out the grasslands. Yeah, Sandhill Crane is not it. Yeah, let's just eat out those 2 eggs too. We did not get anything worth playing, so next turn let's just fill up the remaining 4 egg spaces. 5 egg spaces. I ate 1 egg too many. That's shame on us. Let's eat a pelican. Let's skip that. Tuck a card. Any card. Skip that. And the blue throat. So yeah, that's a key thing to identify while we have the Franklin gull and the killdeer. Yes, they are really good at getting cards and eggs early in the game. They give you a great early game tempo, but at some point you really want to stop activating them because they are eating into your points. Not activating those birds can net you 5, 6, 7 additional points over the course of the game. Having both of them is probably also overkill, but yeah, let's see how we did here. I think we should have a decent amount of points in birds played at least. We have 50 points over here, means we should at least be above 100. My average is around 119, 120, so I hope we beat our average here. Usually when you have a Franklin Golden Killdeer or one of the Ravens in the early game, you kind of want to expect to break 130, and we did break 130. So that's at least showing that these two guys are still really good. Also, something that really worked well for us this game is we had the blue throat from the start of the game. This guy is letting us draw food from the grasslands, and it lets us get everything in a single action here. And yeah, beware against opponents giving away foods from the blue throat, giving away nectars and stuff like the cockatoo. In general, giving away stuff to the opponents is bad, but when you're practicing against bots, you can get decent high scores with these kinds of birds, since the bots doesn't really know how to efficiently utilize these kinds of resources. And yeah, when you have a goal or kill there, it's easy to just use the wetlands as a place to stash high-scoring birds. We put the Trumpeters one, since it's a 9-pointer. We put an as well all at Nightjares in case we could get a little bit more food out of it during the game, and also to help to set up the set of eggs here and the filled columns, so we kind of needed something here in the early game anyway. Anyways, that's that for this game. Thank you guys for watching. I've been Harbinger, this has been Wingspan on Steam, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye!